Real estate agents, are you using this tool to help get your buyers a better deal and potentially move them from sitting on the fence to closing on a home? Let's go. All right, so buyers are in some markets taking a pause. We're seeing less transactions, not seeing much of price drops though, but we are seeing 20% fewer deals than we did in 2021. And a lot of buyers are just freaked out because of interest rates, right? They've gone from 3 or 4% at the beginning of this year to now 6, 7, and a lot of buyers, are freaked out, they're nervous, and the higher payment is harder for them, right? So what are your options as a real estate agent? How do you get someone who is motivated, wants a home, but doesn't want that 6.5%, 7% interest rate? How do you move them to actually take action? One tool that we are using and that I'm encouraging buyer's agents to use when working with clients is a rate buy down. All right, so there's 2 ways that rate buy downs work. The basic concept though is, the buyer is paying points on the loan or getting the seller to, more on that in a little bit in this video, but they're using points to get the interest rate lower. So there's 2 ways that this can be done. You can do a temporary buy down where, the buy down lasts for 3 or 2 or 1 year, and the buy down is phased, right? So it might be a greater, a greater drop in the interest rate the first year, then a little bit less the second year, then a little bit less the third year before going up to the current market rates, right? So this is a way to get someone in. It's going to cost less. These typically cost like 1 or 2 or 3 points depending on the timeline. Another way is the permanent buy down. Now the permanent buy down is going to either cost you more points or it's going to be less of a drop in the interest rate, right? So this is a great way for a buyer that thinks they're gonna be in the home for 10, 15, 30 years. They think they're gonna be there longer. They can maybe put down 4 or 5 or even 6 points to getting the loan dropped. I've seen some scenarios, by the way, where a 6-point drop, or excuse me, a 6-point buy down pays off in 4 years, right? So, imagine, you pay 6% of the loan, it saves you X, number of dollars per month. In 4 years, those equal the same. So now you've got 26 years left on the loan where you're making money. So for the buyer that is moving into like a big single family home and thinks they're gonna be there for a long time, the permanent buy down might make the most sense. And you need to learn the financial skills of how to calculate this, right? You need to work with a lender and figure out, how do I calculate the monthly savings on a permanent buy down and a temporary one, and when the payoff makes sense, and so that you can have educated conversations with your buyers. Because the more tools you give them, the more options you give them, they're going to respect you. They're going to know that you're more of a professional, that you're more dedicated to the craft, and they are, going to like you better, right? They're going to do more deals. They're going to refer you more. So you need to really get good at this financial analysis. The temporary buy down is going to be better for people that really don't know their timeline, that might only be there for a few years. So learn both. And by the way, in a lot of cases, you can get the seller to pay for these, right? So there's a lot of sellers out there that are willing to pay the points, pay it out of their proceeds to buy the rate down for the buyer so that they get a better offer. So, a lot of times you're going to be able to negotiate all or some at least of the buy down cost. For the buyer, that makes it an even better deal. All right, so if you can go to a buyer and their main objection is like the 7% rate, you can tell them, well, what if I were able to get you 5%? Right? If I could get you, I know you like this house. I know this is the place you want to live. It's the best place out of all the ones we look for your family. If I can get you 5% on this, would it make sense for you to make an offer? Right? Pose it like that. Ask a question. They're most likely going to say yes. So then what do? Well, figure out how many points you need to pay to get the loan down to 5%. and then negotiate that with the seller, right? Put that in the offer. All right, if you use this financial tool, you're gonna have happier clients, you're gonna have more clients, and your life's gonna be better, frankly. Hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one. I'll see you next time.